This is what Rawls refers to as the original position. Basically, it's his version of the state of nature. Now imagine Rawls standing around on this new planet, formulating how a society should be structured. Rawls wants us to imagine a few other things as part of this thought experiment. Imagine you're structuring this society through what he calls a veil of ignorance, or you are asked to decide how this society will be structured without knowing anything about your position within that society once it's founded. You can't know whether you're going to be living in Beverly Hills or in the projects in New York City. You can't know your age, gender, race, sexual orientation. You can't know your IQ, your athletic ability, your charisma. You can't know what kind of family you're going to be born into. You can't know whether you're going to have some mental illness that makes every day miserable. Human beings have the capacity to be rational. Rawls wants to ask, how would rational beings, without a vested interest in one group or another, create a society? Well, one thing's for sure, Rawls thinks. It wouldn't look anything like the modern United States. No rational being would look at the statistics and choose that structure, because it's much more likely for you to be born into one of the many millions that struggle versus one of the handful of people with power and resources. In fact, Rawls thinks that when people consider the lives that some people in the inner city are forced to live in parts of the United States, the very fact you could possibly get unlucky and be living one of those lives is enough to make rational people want to restructure society. So how would rational beings structure it? They would follow what is known as the maximin rule, or the idea that we would pick the structure of a society that provides the best situation for the least advantage within that society in comparison to all other potential societies. Put another way, we pick the structure where the worst case scenario for a person is the best out of all the other possible worst case scenarios in other strategies. Rational beings would do this because they can't know whether or not they're going to be the one, the actual least advantaged person in the entire society.